Hola amigos, today I'm gonna show you how to replace the home button and the LCD on iPhone 6. Well, like we see here, we see the screen is cracked and also the home button is not responding. Sometimes it's responds, sometimes not. So I'm gonna show you how to fix these issues. So let's start by taking the phone apart. For this operation we will need an IC which is spray tool, and Phillips screwdriver and Pentalo screwdriver. We're going to start by taking off these two screws here in the bottom. And once we take the screws off, we're going to use the IC and insert it here between the glass and the frame, right here, and we're gonna bend it this way and insert it more and wiggle. 1 2 1 2, and voila, it's open. So what I'm gonna do, I will take this bracket off. It has 5 screws. So let's start from the middle one. This is one, and when I take the screws off, I'm gonna put them organized here. So when it's time to put them back, it's gonna be easy for me to just put them back. And also they're not gonna be mixed up, because if they are mixed up and I made a mistake by putting the wrong screw in the wrong spots, this may mess up the motherboard. Because sometimes the screw is shorter, sometimes it's longer, and if I tighten it too much, it may reach to the motherboard and damage the component on it. So I disconnect the screen. I'm using my nail to disconnect these cables after I remove this bracket. So now I will put this one aside, and what I'm gonna do, I will take this bracket and the home button and the earpiece. There are like mini screws here, 3 in this side, 1, they are 6, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, so there will be 6, and all of them, they are the same. Alright, so I took the 6 screws. These screws, they are the same, that's why I put them together here. So what I'm going to do, I will take the bottom screws here for the home button, and then we put them exactly right here with the home button bracket. So the home button has a cable connected to a flex cable, which is going from here and it's coming this way. So this home button, this connector here, need to be disconnected. I'm just going to use my nail. Disconnected now, as you see. So I'm going to push the home button from the bottom here. When you pull this out, sometimes it sticks. It's very sticky. Make sure don't rip off this cable. Make sure this cable is very weak. Make sure don't rip it off. So this is the old one. I think this one is bad. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put it aside here, and I will see if it can be put in back or not. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I will take we have one more screw here. It's holding this metal shield. So I will put it exactly next to the 6 screws which are holding the same bracket. So this one, I put it here in the bottom, and I'm gonna take the speaker screws. We have 3 screws, 1 2 3. and you will take this bracket off. I will put it exactly here next to the screws, and I'm gonna do, I will lift up the camera. This is front facing camera, and underneath we have the earpiece. This is the earpiece. So what I'm gonna do now, I will disconnect front facing camera and the microphone and the proximity sensor. They are all in one small piece. So I disconnect, I use the tweezers to lift up this cable here and make sure don't damage anything, because this cable is very sensitive. And as you see here, this cable is connected to, is glued here. So what I'm gonna do, I will use these tweezers and slide it gently underneath the microphone, and I will make sure to not rip off this cable. Sometimes you can use the heat gun and heat it up a little bit. Alright, so I took it off. So this one I'm just gonna put it here, and now I will remove this bracket. So this bracket, this cable is glued also here. So what I'm gonna do, I will like just move it gently and take it off. Don't use any force with them, okay? So this is the old screen, the broken one. I'm gonna put it aside. So what I will do, I will take this bracket and install it here. So let's start with the bottom screw. This is the screw which was the last one I took from this metal shield. I'm gonna put it exactly right here, and the rest of these screws, they go here. So the screw, I'm gonna put one here and another one here, and this is the third screw. You flip it to the other side. Alright guys, so I'm gonna put this screw here and two more screws left right here. Alright, for the home button, I'm gonna put this home button. This is the good one. I will just make sure it's like aligned here, and a little push on the cable here to stick it, to glue it to the screen, the LCD. And we have this small cable. I will connect it to the flex cable which is coming from here. Alright, so we have the FPC here, the connection, and make sure they are matching together, and I will snap it. And after that, I will take this bracket, put it on top of this, and I will put the two screws back. This is one, and this is another. Alright, so the home button is clicking normally. So the rest, I have to put this cable which has the microphone here, the proximity sensor, and the front facing camera. I'm gonna put it back into the screen. I will just glue it here. See, we have here like small prongs, white one, and there is a hole in this cable, so the hole goes in, the prongs goes into inside the hole. That's how you make sure that the microphone is aligned in its place. Also, one more thing, We have two gaskets here. We have this gasket on the old screen. We have this one. Sometimes when you buy the new screen, it doesn't come with these two gaskets, and this is the camera gasket. The first one was for the proximity sensor, so these two pieces need to be transferred to the new one. So we have it connected here, and this is the proximity sensor gasket. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, you see this cable, it has like two sides. So this side I will push this side here and make sure it's fitting into the gasket, and make sure it's 100% flat. If it's crooked, it's gonna keep the earpiece up, and when you put the screen, it may not fit on the frame, and it may be like lifted up from one side, and when you push to make it even with the frame, you may break it. So make sure the proximity sensor here is 100% even here and flat, it's not crooked. So after that, I will take this one, this is the earpiece, and I will put it here between these two cables, the proximity sensor and the cable. It goes between them. And also we have like 4 dots here. This 4 dot must be connected to these 4 dots here. How you make sure they are connected? You have 2 holes, one here and one here, and 2 prongs here. Each prongs go inside one hole. That's how you know that they are aligned. And it's easy, just put it here and flip the cable on top of it, and that's it. So I'm gonna hold it, and I will take this bracket and put it on top of everything, and then make sure everything is aligned from here, and I will put the 3 screws back. 1, by the way, if the screw doesn't fit here, that means something is wrong underneath. You need to reorder them. Alright, so everything looks perfect. So now what I'm gonna do, I will connect. The first thing, I need to make sure all these cables, they are like facing the outside. Sometimes some cables, like, they are not organized, and you find like one is behind the other one. No, you need to see all the 4 cables revealed like this, so when you connect them, you don't have any problem. So we start with this one, and we take the other one, and we connect the other one also. And this is the LCD cable, and this one is for the home screen. You mean home button. Here you go. So now what I'm gonna do, I will just turn the phone on and make sure it's working. Alright, so the home button is working. Let me click this. So once I push in here, the light turns on. That means the home button is working. So what I'm gonna do now, I will just take this bracket and I will put it on top of all these cables, because it's holding them. In case you drop your phone, the cable's not like popping up easy or quick. So I'm taking all the 5 screws, and I'm putting each screw in its spot. Make sure, this is very important. If you put the wrong screw in the wrong spot, you may mess up the motherboard. Alright, you see all the 5 screws back. So now what I'm gonna do, you see we have like 2 hooks here. Make sure these 2 hooks are all the way in and there is no gap between the frame and the LCD here, because if there is like small gap like this, the screen not gonna fit from here and you may like put some force on it and this may break the screen. So make sure you put the screen here all the way, no gap inside here. So, and hold it, and after that you snap it from the sides. Alright, so now I'm gonna make sure, sometimes if the frame is damaged you need to use like some sharp tools and shave it from the corners from inside and make some room for the screen to fit in. In this case where everything is looks fine, so I'm gonna put the 2 screws back. I'm gonna use this pin-top screwdriver. There you go. I don't have the password for this phone because it's for a customer. So yeah, everything looks fine, everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. Thank you guys for watching. Please like my videos, subscribe and comment if you have any questions. Have a good one.